As always, we got Gunny Matheson, Joe Schmidt, and our special guest today.
All right.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Casey, thanks for coming.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not new. You've been here before. Have we had you? We were talking. Joe and I were talking about. You've been here once or twice before
On our show.
I know once for sure.
Yeah.
I think it might have just been once.
Yeah, and he was bitter because we didn't have any Topo Chico.
You made big promises and didn't keep your end of it.
Yeah, there's Topo Chico around all the time now because Joe drinks.
Yeah,
it.
but
Yeah,
who
and I
made
don't-
dinner
I
that
don't
night?
drink
Like,
it.
we probably didn't have a great dinner that night either, huh? They stiffed you on
I
dinner?
think maybe Chelsea made it. It was pretty good.
Oh, if Chelsea made it, she was good.
Yeah, I think
she
it was
can
all
make-
right.
She can cook.
Yeah, she was pretty good at the
Yeah,
dinner.
it was good.
So, first ever, I believe, you rode the first ever horse in the NCHA or NRHA that's crossed the $1 million mark. Is that right?
Well,
No.
no, that's not
There,
right.
there was a horse
cutter.
in the 80s that won $1 million
I don't
cutting.
think they count that.
The cutting horse that won the $1 million prize?
Yeah, I don't think they count that.
Oh,
He won a $1 million purse in
Yeah.
the 80s.
yeah.
But I don't know if the NCHA recognized it or not.
Maybe they don't because it was like a special jackpotted deal.
Yeah.
You know Bobby Lewis owned that horse?
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'll be.
Well, I want to be very clear that I don't know if this is true or not.
I think your
but
audience
I believe,
is aware of that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, we say that all the time. We don't know what we're talking about.
You come to us to get your facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I believe there was a little bit of discrepancy in the cutter that won the $1 million in the fact that they all decided before that horse show that they were going to split it up. So I think there was some. I think
really?
you actually have the first, like,
Actual
legitimate. Sorry, cutters. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe I'm right.
You'll hear it from Winston if he ever watches. He knows
Yeah.
everything.
He watches it.
He watches.
Yeah.
Winston,
That's incredible, too, by the way.
That is incredible.
A reigning horse has won $1 million.
Yeah.
I remember when the top 10 list came out, and maybe one horse had won $200,000, maybe just close to 200. Now the all-time winningest horse has won over $1 million.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, and I think we'll see it more and more with the run for the million. I don't know that it's going to be tough for a horse to do it the way he did it.
Yeah.
That horse's biggest paycheck's $100,000.
Yeah.
So he's such a soldier. He just kept showing up. But somebody
Yeah.
will do it again when you win the million.
I agree because the
Gives you
million
pretty
gets you
good-
half-way there, and you're on a pretty good horse if you won the
I
million.
know Jason's got both of Jason's have got to be close.
I think very close.
I mean, Jason's got two
Well,
jam-up good ones that.
The Buckskin had won over $700,000 before the run for the million this year.
Okay.
And I don't know.
The sorrel horse was.
I think they're
I think
very
he's-
close.
Yeah.
900,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's right there on it.
But I know I think it was at the million they were announcing that Austin Shepherd's
He
Kittenish
was close.
horse was like 30,000 or 40,000
Yeah,
out.
she was very close.
Yeah, but
He'll get it done. That mare's incredible.
yeah, without a doubt.
I think your horse could win $2 million. Just keep showing him.
I mean, he'd probably keep going. It's honestly, it's to the point where I'm going. That horse doesn't owe us anything,
Yeah.
and so he never says no. He just keeps doing it. But
Yeah.
at some point, you kind of feel kind of greedy for asking.
Yeah, no, and I mean, being the first $1 million, what else do they need to do? Just like
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be about what he produces from now on. So
Yeah, 100%. And what's his ownership now? Well,
Debbie Goods owned him the whole time.
okay.
Yep, she
Her right
She's-
there. It's rude to point at
she's-
people, but that's the
she's
lady.
one of our 10 fans here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I had to beg her to come. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming and bringing her with you.
Yeah, so
Yeah. That's
11. Sorry.
no, and we're really moving up. But since we've started getting the cutting horse people, it's really it's helped. People are bored by the reiners, but the cutters have really helped us.
Cutting's where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of cows, tell us about your experience at the World's Greatest.
Oh, that was terrible. What do we want to talk about that
Because
for?
that's what I want to talk about.
Well, the problem is if we talk about that, it's going to prove Gunny wrong. So,
Which is?
well, I
Did you turn 5 times?
no,
and get a 0?
No, I think I turned 2 times and I got a 0. Because you're supposed to turn 3 or 2.5. That's what I turned. I don't remember. I was supposed to do 2.5 and I did 3.5, or I was supposed to do 3.5 and I did 2.5.
Yeah.
Did you do the other events? Or
Yeah,
did you
it was a blast.
But how did you do?
Oh, I was terrible in all of them. No, I was probably the most consistent guy there.
They'd being terrible.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, but that speaks to your talent level that you were consistent.
Oh, it talks about how great those reiners that I have now are when you see what I did on those other ones. It was a blast.
That was your first time, though, and you hadn't done it since then.
Well, so that was my wife got me into that. So that competition is like the middle of February. I used Tom Neal's horse, and they decided that it would be a great idea for me to try this January 2nd.
Oh, so you had a lot of time to practice.
Yeah. And so our buddy Winston helped me a ton on the herd part of it, because not really the only really good ability to read a cow that I have is on a menu. So outside of that, it's not good. So I'd go work with Winston either in the morning, or at lunchtime I'd go work the flag with him, and then I would rope at night, which that part I'd done a fair bit anyway, so that part wasn't a big stretch, but I didn't get to use Tom's horse, and so I would practice on something else, and it did not go well. Not even a little bit. But later on I went and did the Battle of the Saddle at the Wild Rag, and used Amy Bell's horse that she won the Snaffle Bit for 30 on, and I was second there. That was a lot of fun too, and it was a group of guys like me that had no
So none of the good guys were there.
nobody
Yeah.
nobody that was good at it. It was
Bunch of losers.
Just a bunch of losers.
the losers in that world for sure. But it was, I think the rule was you had to have less
Hey,
than
he
500.
said it.
You had to be a loser.
Yeah, but I mean, not to take it. To dig at Tom. I mean, how many cows did you kill in the process of your preparation?
None that I'm aware of.
Tom killed 2 of the 4 cows he had to work with in his.
That's right.
They committed suicide.
Oh, they just died.
Yeah. It was nothing I did.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
But I tell you what, that getting ready with that group of guys was a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all of them. And they didn't know me.
Yeah.
They probably felt sorry for me. So they were all trying to help, but it was a blast.
But speaking of that, you're every year in the American, every year in the Run for a Million. I think it's so great that everybody gets to get together. The reiners, the cutters, the cow horse people. Not like we don't know most of them somewhat, but we don't know all of them. It's fun to see, Austin Shepherd, who's not, in your backyard. Some of those guys down where you live, a lot of those guys are in your backyard and you know them pretty well anyway. But I think it's great to bring that whole group of guys together. It takes us back 30 years when more stuff was all run together. Mm-hmm. So I think
I wasn't in this then. I'm not that old.
No, I remember you weren't. Yeah, no, but to me that's one of the most fun things to go down there and see. Going back to the team deal, and you were also on the WEG. We were talking to Sean earlier about the WEG stuff. Mm-hmm. You can't. That's one thing we don't get that is so great is being part of a team.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Being part of a team and doing you were at the WEG and Tryon and gold medal team, and there was a little bit of concern going into that.
Yeah.
That WEG, Belgium came with a strong team, and we were a little bit concerned about. We
heavy duty checks.
We had a couple. Yeah. We had a non-pro. We had Cade as a non-pro on our team, and
I had a non-pro's horse.
You had a non-pro horse,
it was a perfect kind of deal for that horse. But Cade was fantastic.
Yeah. No, that
gets that from his mother.
Yeah. He absolutely does. Yeah. But no, that was, to me, you just can't. I wish we'd do more stuff like that. I mean, the team stuff is, to me, really fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't CS Ranch have a world championships now in Europe? Is it not a team deal? Is it just an individual deal?
Yeah, the one that they just had.
They just had it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for the non-pros, our non-pros went over there and did well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for the open guys, man, where do we find the time to do anything else?
Yeah.
How do you add another event anywhere? I mean, how
Please don't.
do you take your 3-year-olds everywhere you go?
No, I haven't, but I got here and kind of wish I had.
Yeah.
It'd be
We're gonna
nice if
have
they had
to.
$1 million reining somewhere that all the best guys didn't go to. You know, the other people could run at. That'd be fun. I'd go there.
For all the losers.
Yeah, you know, like the battle and saddle deal, but just for reiners. You know,
Yeah. Right.
They got one of those.
Tom will sponsor it. You just have to write his name down and hold him
I just
to
got to
it.
get our Chasey to get the money out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I know Archie's been a great customer of yours too.
Yeah.
I mean, the reach that he's had across the industry has been incredible because it's not just you and Sean. I mean, there's a lot of guys that he's supported through the
yeah.
years.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Funny story, we were talking, this was probably last year sometime, but they were going back telling stories, and in their mind, the gun model was the first horse they bought from me and for me. And I let them talk, and I looked over at Nicole and I said, I think they forgot about the first one that didn't work. And I said, shh, don't tell them about it.
That's funny.
Yeah. But Dale bought a little yellow mare that she was a nice horse, but she wasn't enough. And it was early in the year, real pretty yellow filly. And they completely forgot about her. It was fantastic. So we had a great start.
Well, gun model makes you forget about some of the other ones,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah, you know, that was one of those deals. Nicole and I owned half of that mare, and you know, you don't want to sell her. She's, you know how special she is, but when all the credit cards are full and you have kids to feed, and you can't make decisions like that. But honestly, to sell that mare to them was the best thing that we could have done. I mean, they bred that mare to Wallace so many times, and it's been fantastic.
And you've gotten a shot at a lot of her offspring.
Yeah, I mean, that mare set it up for me to have a great relationship with those people, and it's been, I mean, how long ago was that? That was 12, so 13 years of a very, very good relationship.
How many of your top horses in your program came out of mares that you've ridden? Like, you've been really good about keeping those mares around and keeping access to those babies, in my mind. I don't know that is a fact, but it seems like it.
I don't know if it just happens that way, or I get along with those families, so you know, I feel a little more confident taking people to go buy those because I feel like I got a better chance of making them work. But I mean, I would say that's a whole bunch of them. That, you know, Maverick and Amazing and the
She's out of your
King
league.
Arthur is, you know, she's out of your league. And
Yeah, and
it's been fun for me, and that's, you know, now that we're riding a lot of the Maverick offspring, you know, I look back and there's 3 generations back, and some of them top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's something I don't think a lot of people have done in this industry. Talking with Sean earlier about all the great horses he's had through his program that have affected the industry. Really the same thing with you. I mean, you've had some great ones that, to me, you know, the mare power and that you've dealt with has also helped produce some of the studs that you're riding that are now going on. And I mean, it's pretty incredible. I mean, you can look at what Sean's done, look at what you've done. To me, you've been probably more involved with producing, you know, having some of those mares produce. But, you know, you look at guys like you, guys like Tim McQueen. You look at, somebody put up a stat in the fraternity finals last year, like 80% of them either had Gunner or Hollywood Done It in their
That's
papers.
incredible.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And to me, you're one of those guys that have really bought into the horses that work for
Are
you.
you
And
okay? You're giving a lot of compliments
Yeah,
over there.
right?
This is
I
not
honestly-
like him, you guys.
I was just thinking, am I dying? Somebody's not telling me
Don't go
something.
to the light.
Man,
Don't
is that-
go to the light.
Is this chair got like one of those airbags in it? It's going to launch me here in a minute.
Oh, that would have
Down.
been that would
That
have
would've
been
been
iconic
awesome.
if we could have.
Next time.
You are
Boom.
losing weight. You're okay, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Now
right.
I'm worried.
Yeah.
But I do, for me, I want to make sure that I have a set of horses every year to start. And I don't want to sit back and wait for the telephone to ring to make sure that happens. So I know that if I set it up where I have this bunch of mares and I have people that are wanting to buy something, okay, well, you can buy it as long as I, get to ride it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I get to control all of them because there's a lot of them that we do sell to make the business work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my responsibility to those mare owners is to make sure that it is a actual business where they're making money on it. But I don't want to wait around and look up one day and go, man, I don't have any 2-year-olds to start.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if I get along with those families, why wouldn't I try to go after more of them? So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. And my kid's he's on your speed dial when it's time to sell one.
I love that kid. He was great today on one, huh?
Yeah. 22.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. he said he
23
was good.
maybe?
Super Inferno.
Yeah, he
Looked
looked
fantastic.
great. That's such a good horse, and I just struggled with some parts on it. He lined some stuff out.
What
He
parts did you struggle with?
just the
Was like the left turn?
no? It was mainly the reining.
What about the right turn?
the reining maneuvers? That
Oh.
were the,
I mean, because
Struggle for me.
Cade looked great everywhere. Just maybe the left turn was a little weak. I can't remember if it was the left one, and then he
I think it was the first
overturned
turn, yeah.
to the right. And you're like, did you not get that shut off on the right turn? Just trained
yeah, he
accordingly.
said something about I didn't put the inside rein on him correctly.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't really
he's
know what that
he's
means,
been he's been cussing you the last few weeks. Like he has no idea what you did.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know.
I don't
But-
touch the inside rein very often, but
But-
when you
yeah.
have one that runs stops like that, if you can
Doesn't
survive
matter.
the rest of it, and you go 1-1-1, and you say,
He
"I'll
did
see you at
keep,
the pay window."
he did keep his feet off his belly, running and stopping, and he did do that.
Yeah.
No, I know he likes buying horses from you because there's not tricky. I mean, that's one of the things we all deal with right now is you got to be a little bit careful. There's guys that instead of teaching to I always say instead of just teaching one to beat a drum, they teach them to play the piano, and there's so much shit on there that you can't get through. That you got to be real careful nowadays who you buy them from if you want to follow them.
Well, every single clinic that I teach, one of my favorite lines is, "You're dealing with an animal that will poop in its own water bucket."
Yeah.
It can't be complicated.
Yeah.
It's got to be left, right, forward, and back. And I can tell you, the guy that was in this chair before,
He poops in a water bucket.
well, I mean, he might. I don't know, but
That's the story we've heard.
that's what's going on in the air. Well, what I was going to say is I learned more from that guy in 1 week than I did from 10 years of watching videos and magazines. And Jordan Larson and I went up there the year Wimpy's little chick was a 3-year-old, and I came home and I said to my wife, I said, "There's no way that it's supposed to be
easy.
that easy."
Yeah.
It just, I mean, those horses, I took horses up there that I'd been riding all year long, and, I still couldn't take the correct lead on. And he's up there and they're left, right, and forward and back, and it's like, this is February, and they're trained, and you could go horse show them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, to me, it's guys like Sean and, Tim, I think, was a great teacher too, but they were willing to share that knowledge instead of hoarding it and trying to make sure they were the only ones winning. I mean, that was a game changer for me to go spend a week with him.
Yeah, industry wide, I think that's one of the greatest things about our industry is everybody's willing to learn, or willing to teach.
Yeah.
I mean, last week I had Frappuccini help me with my 3-year-old, and he probably saved both our lives, really.
Well, and you're always a good teacher. You try to help out the
I've always thought
younger
that about you,
generation.
And it's the depth of your teaching that
Yeah.
is so it's almost spiritual. You know?
Yeah. Don't let them do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I
do know
don't-
that looks bad, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing, but that's not good.
Yeah. You're trying to calculate how much fuel it takes to get to space. Just teach them to change leads.
Yeah.
Just put your leg on and go that way.
Go on this lead and then do the other lead. It's
yeah,
easy.
but going back to it's just exactly
It's
what
simple.
Casey said.
Yes.
It is that easy, and
Yes.
and sometimes that's the biggest thing we deal with kids that come to work for us
Yes.
is
Yes.
they think they have to teach them calculus, and that's not what it is. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
do this, and this, and
Well,
Right.
and I think too, you have kids like Luca Fapani that, in my opinion, and I can say this because he's not ever going to watch a show, but he's really smart. I mean, that kid could have been
Right.
a doctor, and so when he came in, he's like a sponge. He's soaking that up. But back, I'm sure you were this way, but I can't tell you how many crayons I ate growing up. I mean, I'm not going to operate on
Said,
anybody.
I'm sure you were this way.
All right.
You see him nodding his head.
Oh shit.
Great.
no,
That's great.
I can picture that with you
I
actually.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go operate. I could have been a Walmart greeter. I could have delivered feed, most likely, or a horse trainer. Those were my
You would have been a
options.
great greeter at Walmart. You're friendly. I mean,
And
you're
I
a
love
friendly guy.
stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been great
yeah.
at
Just
it.
scratch and
Stickers.
sniff stickers or just regular
No,
stickers?
just the smiley face
Okay.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
They don't
I
have to be
do
fancy
feel like
ones.
I feel like you're almost a natural for Walmart.
Yeah.
That's my retirement plan.
Not Target. I mean, that's a little too
No.
upscale.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
out
a
on
little
that.
too hoity-toity.
It's coming.
Yeah.
His daughter Joy is going to take over his business someday,
wouldn't
be
that be
super
nice?
successful. And he's just going to greet people at Walmart.
That'd be awesome. Did you have a talk with her?
No, but I haven't seen her yet.
So
Oh,
we asked Sean about staying in Ohio. I know you're going to stay in Texas because you're a Texas guy, but
It's the greatest country on earth.
but
I got my kids saying that when they were little bitty going to school, and the teachers go, well, "Texas is a state." No, it's not. My daddy said it's a country.
That's funny. I love it.
yeah, that's why they and a couple of them went to the special classes. And it's Casey's fault.
They were,
And it's cheaper.
they were
Yeah,
eating
it's
crayons too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Just the blue crayons though by now, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, only blue.
Yeah.
But I know you're getting encroached on a little bit by the city of
buddy.
Weatherford.
Wow.
So what are you thinking? You're going to hang tough, or are you going to?
I don't know, Tom. At the rate I make decisions, I don't know that I'll live 10 more years. So I'll let my kids deal with that.
Yeah, I don't. I think you're going to because I'm sick of being. I just feel like you're going to be around here for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is growing a lot. I heard a realtor a couple of weeks ago told me that the speculation is in 40 years that Hudson Oaks, which is the Walmart there just south of me, will be the center of the Metroplex in 40
Wow.
years.
Wow.
So
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's doing that, but yeah, I know that you and I talked about it one other time of it being a possibility to do something different. But would you stay in the Weatherford area?
yeah, we love it there.
Yeah.
If I did anything, I'd probably go west a little bit, but
Just out of town, out of the traffic
just-
a little more.
you know,
Same deal, just less traffic.
yeah, pretty much.
That's what I want to do too. I want to move a little farther west.
I mean, it was when we moved there. You could close your eyes and drive to the highway,
Yeah.
and now I have to leave at an odd hour to get that semi out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if you go, you sure don't go when school's in because you can't. Everybody sits there, but
So you were the only guy for a while. I don't know who's there now, but you were the only reiner in Weatherford. Is there anybody else there now? Well, Jordan's close.
Jordan's there, Eminem's there,
Josh Tishman.
Tishman's there,
M&M.
Matt Mills.
Oh yeah.
Jordan.
There's a
Tishman.
couple of other ones.
Yeah.
Who am I forgetting?
Diego Gagne's
Yeah,
at Tishman's
Diego's
place.
there at Tishman's place.
Jimmy? Is
Vander
Jimmy?
Hinton is there.
It seemed
Vanderhooven.
it was a little bit.
Vanderhitten. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
He's
don't
like
call him
a-
that?
Oh, he's
We do now.
tall.
We do. We do now.
It was off the beaten path for a while, but
For a while it
it's
was.
not anymore.
And, it was kind of a weird deal, and that place has been such a blessing for my family over and over and over again. But I rode horses for the guy that owned that place when I worked for Clint. And the guy would always say,
For Clint Haverty.
yep. And he would always say, I have a place in Weatherford that you should come run. And I was 18, 19 years old, missing all my teeth. I'm like, I'm nowhere near ready to try to run my own operation. So I spent 3 years there at Clint's, and then I got pretty tired. And I was going to school also. So I hired on at the J-Bar Fletch, and I day worked for a couple of years where, we rode every day, but we were checking cattle and all of that stuff all day. So when Nicole and I were dating then, and Charlie Hutton called me and offered me a job. So we flew up and I rode there, and man, they had all of those great horses by new checks. And Nicole said, my daddy's never going to let me go with you if we're not married. And I said, well, I was going to ask you, but I was pretty sure you were going to say no. So
Well, it's
if,
really
if you're going to
shocking.
say yeah, let's do that and go.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising she didn't, actually.
I'm still,
actually
every
just-
day I'm shocked at.
I really just have a couple questions about that whole deal there. Like, so how was the crayon chewing going with no teeth? And
Well, I could get them to the back.
oh, okay,
I still,
okay. And then, did you chew the crayons while you were in school, or was it just an after-school activity?
no, I mean, you'd have a couple of snacks on the bus. And as I got a little smarter, I started taking the paper off of them.
Sorry, I ask all the dumb questions. Leave it to Tom to say the smart
There's
ones.
no such thing as a dumb question.
Well, then I'm just a dumbass asking
Well,
questions.
you haven't been listening.
Yeah.
I actually have a very funny story about that, but my wife would get mad at me if I told her.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it
We'll
about-
cover for you. We won't tell her you said it.
Maybe I'll
won't
change
record
the
it.
names to protect the.
the individuals. Yeah.
So
And then we'll guess.
let's just
like
let's
there
just
could be
say-
Mr. Blue and Mr. Red rather than
I'll just do it this way. We were at a family gathering, and a family, I won't say which side it's on, said we were having this conversation about, and he says, I don't think there's such a thing as a dumb question. And I said, I beg to differ. I said, I travel a lot. I talk to a lot of people. I hear dumb questions. Okay, so we go on. Well, we sit down at the table, and a family member made a very nice soup. And so there's a bowl and a plate and the silverware. This particular individual says out loud, I wonder if we should put the soup in the bowl or on the plate. And I said, there you go. You just proved me right.
here's your sign.
So
That's amazing.
I got a good laugh at it, but apparently I was in trouble for a couple of years.
Okay, so obviously it's her side of the family.
Oh,
I
no.
don't tell me it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, we all know
It's just
about
a
being
funny story.
I
and you
can't
just
believe
add in
I
and-
can't believe you would say such a thing to my dad.
No, it wasn't her dad.
Okay, doesn't matter.
You guys know Alan. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's got the best parents.
Oh no, Alan said that. No, yeah. No, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just kidding.
So back to your place, though. You were working for Charlie Hutton.
No,
Sorry, what were we
No.
talking about?
he was
He
interviewing.
didn't, he didn't go to it. You got to
Oh.
listen to the show.
Well, he went. He went
sorry,
rode
he
horses.
interrupted for
Yeah,
me.
he
Okay,
went
so-
rode horses at Charlie Hutton.
So Nicole and I get engaged, and
Yeah.
we're moving to Charlie's place, right? Like
Yeah.
we have the wedding gifts shipped out there. Well, then some stuff happened that didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I fly home and I tell Nicole, hey, we're not going. And she said, oh, thank goodness. And I said, you didn't want to go? And she said, no, I was giving up everything so you would have opportunities. And I said, well, we don't have to do that now. So she said, call Robbie Robertson. So I called Robbie up, and he said, I just sold that place a couple of months ago. And he said, but the guy is only delivering the interest on the payments. He can't make the payments. So he said, there's a chance that I get it back. So we waited out a couple of months, and he ended up getting the place back, and we rented it for 3 years. And then he and I were talking about trying to buy some land and build a place together, and we just couldn't find anything that would be even close to feasible. He said, why don't you just buy this place? Now, I'm 24 years old with no money, no credit, I mean, my wife had to buy my first cell phone because I'd paid cash for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, I'll co-sign on it. So he co-signed on the note of it and stayed on there for 2 years. And that place has increased in value to the point over the years that I think we've bought an additional, I don't know, 40 or so acres around me just off the equity in that place. So it's been really, really good. And it's a great location for us starting the business. We were right there with all the neighborhoods. So we had a little like Steve Archer's deal, where all the riding lessons, kept you where you could feed the kids.
And your business kind of blossomed from your local group that you took all to the horse shows.
Yeah,
it was all people helping lessons,
Yep.
developed to show horses, developed to fraternity champions.
So it was the first cover that I ever was on was that horse I bought from Uncle Steve, the bay horse, a Bueno chick.
Oh yeah,
And I won the Cowtown
Fort Worth.
Derby.
Yep.
And I think we had 34 stalls there, and I had 2 horses that were for me.
Wow.
All the rest of them were rookie horses and youth horses. And I mean, I'd go to the horse show and I might have my old man shoes on the whole time. And
It's a grind, and that's a thing now that I hear a lot of some of the younger kids talking about is they don't want to do the non-pros. We didn't have a choice.
no,
I mean, we did not have a choice.
no. But I mean, some of my very best customers, that Rob Curtis came in off a riding lesson sign. It literally riding lesson with my phone number on it. And that's how Debbie came in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all have stories like that for sure. But
Dorothy came in. She was more for therapy than it was about riding.
Like she was your therapist, or
No,
her
no,
therapist?
she needed the therapy.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my big titles is a therapist.
Therapist.
I'm a great listener because I can't remember anything, so people can tell me things, and the next morning it's gone.
I will say one thing though. I walked up to Casey one time and I said, "Hey, if I tell you something, you promise not to tell anybody?" He goes, "Nope, don't tell me. If it's a secret, don't tell me."
It's better if I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never forgot it.
You can answer that.
No, so I don't have my own email. So anytime one of the kids tries to FaceTime me, it rings my phone and Nicole's because we're basically the same. So she got it.
All right. Well, Casey, thanks for stopping by. I'm sure you're going to go ride something.
Yeah, got a few more to do.
Yep.
How many more you riding tonight?
Just the 3 for tomorrow.
And you made the finals of the level of the 4-year-old deal on how many horses?
2.
2.
And I was really happy with my first one,
That you didn't make the
Didn't
finals
make it.
on. Yeah.
but I was sure happy with it.
Yeah, just had a bobble.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did some good stuff.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
All right.
Cool.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Casey.
Okay.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it. I
guys.
know it's hard
we're
here
ready-
at the horse
we're
show.
ready for a nap.
Yep.
Gunny?
Bro the show. Or take a nap on the show. Thanks for your time, bud.